So my name is Pritpaul Singh. I'm the owner of Guyana Port Inc., one of the Guyanese companies out of the Guyana franchise ActionCOACH. And we are a ship repair company looking to expand our opportunities internationally, and that's one of the reasons why we're here at STRAT Week.
What did you get out of being here at STRAT Week?
Well, this would be actually my second time at STRAT Week. This is the second year here. It's consecutive. And what I got out of STRAT Week, as similar as the last time, was wrapping my mind around and allowing my team to help them in wrapping their minds around what is the real potential of our business and understanding what is out there, how much capital is out there to really invest and to really grow our business.
Was there a specific reason that prompted you to join a second time?
Yeah, so the first time was basically to get an understanding. It's a $25,000 investment, and we don't specifically look at it as an investment that costs $25,000. It's what value are we getting in return, and it's way much more than just $25,000. In the first year, we would have been able to structure our business, systemize our business, get everything started so that we can be able to take advantage of the other opportunities that are out there in the world when it comes to bigger investments and structuring that process to get to the $100 million mark. And in this case, it will be the $1 billion mark.
What prompted you to bring your team this time?
It makes perfect sense. I would recommend this to anyone, that whenever you are a leader or a CEO, it's important that, yes, you as a CEO do it. However, it's also good to get the people that are involved in your organization or company to understand what that feels like, what it looks like, and what is it that we can actually achieve. It's literally mind-blowing to see the amount of work that goes into just planning and execution. And most of this week, that what we discussed is about how do we keep growing our business, but starting with the end in mind, because ultimately when you get to that end, you may see another end. It's like saying you want to chase yourself 10 years, and when you get to that 10-year marker, you want to chase yourself again for the next 10 years. So it's getting them on board to understand that thought process and the ideology behind it. And then once they're enshrined into that thinking, it then allows them to understand. Rather than you having to explain to them, it becomes part of your language, part of your living, part of your everything whenever you're discussing the growth of your business. So,
what made STRAT Week stand out from other options in the market?
Well, we're a relatively young company. We started the company in 2021 with $0, and now we're a $7.5 million company. And we're looking to double our revenue next year. And I was fortunate enough to discuss by chance with my coach in Guyana, and we were able to join at that time. And ultimately speaking, it created that sense of involvement. And what made STRAT Week encouraging was that I actually started the process of wanting to know more about my business. It's funny that we talk of it that, someone that might not be able to understand that information in the world keeps changing. And whenever you leave university or you stop thinking about your business in a way that doesn't continue knowledge acceptance and learning, it allows you as that individual or company to not go further because it's all information. And if you stop learning, then ultimately what happens, it creates a huge sinkhole and you not moving forward into the next decade or the next 2 decades. And what brought the STRAT Week on place is when I saw it the first time, and I'm a sucker for knowledge. So when can I sign up? What is the process? Do I need to speak to Brad 6 times, 10 times? And in the first part, I think it's a great approach in understanding who the individuals are, and it takes a lot more of not just paying $25,000 to get in. It's about Brad sitting down and talking to the individual, getting to understand the person and what they stand for, and is there a real potential to build your business. So that's one of the reasons what drew me to the Strat Week out of the Action Coach, because it's personalized for that person. So yeah.
Were there any limiting beliefs or challenges that you had before signing up for Strat Week this time?
There were no technical limiting beliefs. With an individual like me, I like to think big. And there's a funny saying that Brad says at the second time doing Strat Week, he'll aim you at $1 billion. The least you'll walk out with is 100 million. So thinking about it in essence, and if you really look at it, $1 billion in comparison to 100 million is just 1 0. It's how you look at it. And by being able to plan and break that back down, and understanding the reasoning behind building a really big company, it makes the world of sense.
What were your biggest BFOs you've had during Strat?
There are quite a lot. But I think the biggest one for me is obviously the mission. And regardless of all the systemization and the people that you have in the organization and the numbers you want to achieve, if you don't have that pathway to help your team and help the people that work in the organization to understand where we're going, then it makes no sense. And then ultimately speaking, once you have that mission, you obviously need to have that vision. And the vision is the shining light, the shining North Star that creates that goal, so to speak, for you to pave that road, which is the mission, in order for you to achieve it. And I think that was for me the biggest BFO.
What about Strat Week has surprised you the most?
I think the biggest thing out of Strat Week is just the complexity of the different companies, and listening to other people. You have insurance companies, you have construction companies, you have companies that do manufacturing, real estate, and then what comes behind that is just a general conversation, because there is no scripted way, so to speak, of how Strat Week goes. And it becomes just this one big, great conversation that lasts for 5 days, unfortunately 5 days.
If you had to choose one, what would be your favorite feature of Strat Week?
It's just getting the opportunity to be able to present your company. And I think it's really fulfilling to be in a room with really great people that are part of the Action Coach family as clientele. And being able to sit and listen to Brad, he's a phenomenal teacher, and being able to bounce ideas off of him, and it just comes at a rapid. So anything can come up at any time, but the discussion that is created lasts a lot, or creates a lot of energy. And what could you think about this? One of the things we started coming up with was we want to get into the dredging business, but then we're looking at recycling, we're looking at energy, and now breaking that back down and how do we build that plan. So in essence, it's that really big conversation, and the people that are in the room are really supportive. Yeah.
What would you tell someone who's considering joining Strat Week?
You should join yesterday.
And if there's one word you could use to describe your experience, what would it be?
One word. That would actually be excellent. And the reason why I say excellent is that it fulfills all your wildest dreams. And it allows the individual that is in that room to not have any limiting beliefs, knowing that you can think for 40 hours in a week and have those 40 hours be no self-limiting beliefs, and the sky's the limit. I think it's an excellent approach, and that's why I chose the word excellent.
Is there anything else you'd like to comment on or say about Strat Week?
I just think it's important that those who are interested in Strat Week need to be able to understand that it's something that anyone can achieve and anyone can pay for, but it takes far more commitment from the individual, because having a coach, it's like guiding you in the right direction, but you still have to do the work. And that's the way I look at it. It's always great to bounce ideas off of my coach, or come here to Strat Week and rediscuss everything else. But the buck stops at you, the CEO or the owner. And being able to be in this environment allows you as an individual to grow, keep learning. And if you really want to get on top and be a really high performer, this will definitely be the starting process of you achieving your goals.
Will you be joining again?
Absolutely. Since this is my second time, I would probably not join next year, because I think there is a lot of room for a lot of other people that need Strat Week. But we will be looking at our plans. We do see that we can be $1 billion company coming out of Guyana in South America. And I think giving it a few years, obviously staying in touch with the ActionCOACH team, and definitely in the future, when we are $1 billion company, we'll be looking at hundreds of billions of dollars. So that's the goal.